Faraday was succeeded by J.C. Maxwell. He replaced the concept of force with that of the force field. He stated that a proton with a positive charge has force field around it irrespective of any negative charge directly. This led to a new comprehension about the nature of light energy. Light now came to be understood as a rapidly oscillating electromagnetic spectrum. After Maxwell came the famous Albert Einstein. With his theory of relativity, he postulated that space and time are not independent but relative to each other. Two observers moving at different velocities will sequence events differently on the timeline. He also stated that matter at rest possesses energy. The amount of that energy is described by this famous equation is equal to mc square. At the same time, there are advances taking place in the field of chemistry. You may remember reading in school about Ernst Rutherford's periodic table. Rutherford bombarded atoms with alpha particle and measured the counts with a Geiger counter. He found that the atom is not a solid particle as it was previously understood to be. Instead, it consists of tremendous amount of empty space. In fact, 99.99.9% of an atom is vacant space. His proposition was altered by the quantum physicists around the 1920s. Niels Bohr and his fellow scientists came up with the quantum theory. They stated that at the subatomic level, matter is not what we think it is, and the classical concept of being a solid mass is wrong. Subatomic matter does not exist at places but only shows tendencies to exist. Now, the whole idea of matter changed to an energy field. When Einstein heard of this, he was unable to come to terms with the new findings. In his famous book Tao of Physics, Kapara quotes Einstein as confessing, "My every attempt to adapt to theoretical concepts of physics to new kind of knowledge failed. It was as if the ground had been pulled from 1 feet with nothing to fall upon." Along the same lines, Werner Heisenberg, one of the quantum physicists, himself stated, "The violent relations to the new developments of modern science can only be understood when one realizes that here the foundations have started moving and that the motion has caused the feeling that the ground would be cut from science."